What's up, guys? Bem-vindos de volta ao canal Inglês Sem To Be. Eu sou o Teacher Douglas e no vídeo de hoje vocês vão ver os melhores momentos de uma entrevista que eu fiz com um gringo. E você não vai acreditar no que ele sabia sobre o Brasil. É incrível, eu não sei como ele sabia isso. Você vai aprender sobre outra cultura, entender como foi a experiência de uma pessoa que não é brasileira aprendendo inglês e ter contato com um novo sotaque de inglês. Então acho que tudo isso já vale você se inscrever, ativar as notificações e deixar seu like no vídeo. A gente vai falar bastante também sobre como é morar na Inglaterra, mais especificamente em Londres. E sobre isso eu preparei um vídeo especial que está aqui em cima, ó, dizendo quanto custaria um intercâmbio para Londres hoje, em 2021. Então depois desse vídeo aqui, vai lá e dá uma checada. Se você caiu de paraquedas nesse vídeo, esse é o canal Inglês Sem To Be. Aqui eu te conto a minha experiência para aprender inglês, te dou várias dicas, aulas de inglês, entrevisto alguns gringos e falo sobre viagens internacionais também. Então seja muito bem-vindo. Agora, sem mais enrolação, bora pro vídeo.
I guess we can get started. Rob, do you have any nickname or something?
If it's Italian, they call me Robbie.
Robbie.
You know, this Italian Robbie. If you call me Robbie as well, I think you were calling me Robbie.
Yeah,
right
I
here.
like it. It's like easier to say.
And some people, well, Rob, Bobby, I don't know, everything. They call me everything.
So I guess it would be a good starter if you could introduce yourself, like saying your name, age, where you came from.
Well, my name is Roberto. I'm Spanish, living in London. This is the 10th year I'm here, and I cannot wait to come back to my country. There's no need to kick me out.
Where exactly are you from in Spain? What city? I mean, or region?
I was born in Madrid, but I grew up in that small town in Guadalajara. Guadalajara, Spain. There's another Guadalajara in Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Everybody knows.
How do you like Spain? Like Madrid, Guadalajara?
Madrid is great. You go into Madrid and you're going to find parties, for example. Madrid is
Is it
amazing.
like London, isn't it? Madrid and London, like.
The food is much better in Madrid, much better and cheaper. Again, I think it's not as dangerous as London. No comparison. It's people are more friendly in Madrid.
And Rob, why did you move to England at the first place?
I was just trying to find an experience, to do something different. You know, it's Spain, as much as I like it, but I was living in a small town and it was like, well, there's nothing here. Nothing's around.
You said it was 10 years ago. How old were you back then?
Yeah, it was 2011, I think. I came first in 2005. I stayed for like 1 month or two. I had to come back to Spain. Then I decided to come back in 2009. I spent like almost a year, but it was hell because I didn't speak English.
I remember when I arrived in London, like at Heathrow Airport, the company lose my luggage. So imagine my situation. I had just arrived. Like I was afraid of like talking to native speakers, and then they lose my luggage. It was like a nightmare to find it. So I had to talk to the police officer. I don't know if it was a police officer or some staff from the airport. And then I couldn't express myself. I couldn't understand what they were saying. So it was.
Yeah, when they are doing these English classes, I think the first thing they have to do is, how are you going to travel to the country? I'm going to fly there. Okay. The first session is going to be airport.
Yeah. And you know what?
Passport, where are you coming from?
Yeah. Like I have two passports because my father is Portuguese, right? I don't know if you remember that. So when I traveled to London, I was carrying both of them, my Brazilian and my Portuguese passport. So when I asked for help, like the police saw it in my hand. So he was like suspicious about like, you know.
Why are you carrying two passports?
Yeah. So before helping me, he did interrogate me. Like he asked me thousands of questions, and like it was even worse because I couldn't answer all of them. So yeah, it was pretty tough, man. My next question would be: have you ever thought about going back to Spain? But you have already said that. Yeah, sure. Obviously.
Every day living here, especially for Brazilian and Latino, let's say we are people who like to have relationships with people. We like to go out. We like to go with our friends, and we like to stay together.
Yeah.
have relationships. And here it's completely opposite. It's you don't know your neighbor.
Okay, talking a little bit more about London, what do you like the most and the least about the city?
What I like the most is the possibility. You remember when we were having some meetings, when you were with friends, and we were at the pub, and it was like, "You're from Turkey, you're from Italy, you're from Poland, you're from Brazil," and
That's
everybody's
it.
talking, and we were talking about our mothers. They were all the same. Mothers around the world are all the same. We only change the language.
Okay, and what about the least?
Lack of relationship, the lack of communication. The good thing about London is that they don't give a crap about you, so they let you to be yourself. I've seen people in pajamas.
Free, right? You are free.
I have seen people in pajamas. It doesn't matter. You go to the petrol station and you go on the
Oxford
supermarket,
Street. At Oxford Street, you can see like people like dressing like.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how you dress here. And for me, coming for example from Spain, that everybody is criticizing everybody.
Okay, all right.
We were like, look at him, look at that, look at that. And they were like,
how was your journey toward learning English? When did you start studying it for the first time?
I always liked you watching movies, and I was at the school. You start learning English.
Back in Spain, you mean, right?
Yeah, I was in Spain at the school.
I know, like in Brazil, like the schools teach English, but it's really poor, the content. How would you evaluate in Spain? Like when you finish school in Spain, can you at least communicate in English? Can you at least like...
The problem is the system. It's not practical. I mean, you're learning English without a purpose. It's like, okay, they teach English the same way they teach Spanish. The way they teach is not practical. You can stay 10 years learning English at the moment to face a British person not being able to speak. Because first thing, you're afraid, because when you're in the class, what you're doing is listening to the teacher or reading from the book.
And also in the class, you are in a safe zone. Okay.
For me, I came here, took a long time to get to understand British English, because you don't speak with British people.
Sure.
And then you have to force yourself to listen to the radio. You have to listen to people speaking and having conversation. And the one thing that I recommend all the time is reading magazines that are talking about things that you like. You like fitness, just go and read about fitness. You like motorbikes, just read about motorbikes. But at least you're gonna get used, because you like football. Read about football, because at least you are reading about something that you're interested in.
And Rob, how long did you get to be fluent in English? How long does it take?
It's been working. It's still a work in progress. It took longer for me to learn English just because I wasn't practicing English. If you want to speak English, live in small towns, because people don't speak other. You're not gonna meet so many foreigners. Mm-hmm. You're gonna meet just people from the town, and they are usually British.
Yeah, actually, it's a good tip for those who are trying to improve their language, right? Try to go away from the big centers, cosmopolitan centers, right? Because it's easier to learn if you go to the countryside, suburbs, maybe. Okay, Rob, before we finish it, I prepare a quiz for you. I know that you have like many Brazilian friends, so I would like to test how much you know about Brazil. What do you think about it? Are you okay with that?
All right, yes, far away.
Okay, let's see. Question number 1, right? What is the capital of Brazil?
Brasilia.
Brasilia, yeah. A lot of foreigners say
Rio,
São Paulo. This one is pretty easy. What language do we speak?
Portuguese. Your Portuguese and the Portuguese from Portugal sounds very different.
Very different.
In Portugal, it sounds very close, sounds like ooh, ooh, ooh when they're talking more.
How does Portuguese from Brazil sound for you?
For example, in Brazilian, it sounds more musical.
Musical.
Sounds more open, And when I'm in my family from Portugal, I speak like ooh.
Okay, interesting. Next one. What is the name of our current president?
Oh, Bolsonaro.
Yeah, what do you know about him?
Oh man. Like they say here, it's not my cup of tea.
What is the most famous sport in Brazil?
Maybe football, no? Neymar and everybody?
Sure, yeah, football. Do you know any football team in Brazil?
Palmeiras?
Palmeiras, yeah.
Because no Palmeiras problem. Mundial.
Yes.
Palmeiras não tem mundial.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to send it to all my friends, all my Palmeirense friends. Okay.
You can make a meme. You can say, Palmeiras não tem mundial.
Tá bom.
Sorry, Palmeiras people, I'm sorry.
And last but not least, can you name 3 famous Brazilian people?
Well, Neymar.
Neymar, sure.
Wait a second. Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo Nazario.
Ronaldo, yeah.
Well, we go Bolsonaro that I said before, but who else? Who was this girl with the maracas?
Even I can't remember her name.
Well, Michelle Bunchen.
Who?
Michelle, no, ¿cómo se llama? Michelle Bunchen, the model, supermodel.
Ah, Gisele Bündchen.
Giselle Bunchen.
Yeah, she is. All right, Rob, I would like to thank you very much for being here, for like giving your time
pleasure.
to speak to us. Thank you very
It's always
much.
a
I
pleasure
appreciate
to
that.
speak with a friend
Great, yeah, awesome.
after so long time.
Yeah. Okay, let me stop the recording. We don't have to finish, but just stop it.